You don't know what's out there.
That's why I would go.
Hi, and welcome back to Wild Dream, where we give you the freshest takes on the latest movies. My name is David.
And my name is Daniel. I'm sitting here in my rocking chair on the porch. We're recording this podcast in 1995. The Texas sunset is setting in the west, and I can smell the burn of some beans on the grill. They feel right through. But I'm going to scoop them. Why
would you put beans on the grill?
I'm going to scoop them right off the charcoal down there in the pit and get a nice smoky flavor to them.
Okay, nope.
And we're going to eat them live on the pot, and we're going to rate them. They're going to rate the beans. On
a more serious note.
That was serious, but go ahead.
I just want to say, I know we didn't mention this last episode. The timing of the recording is a little bit off, but happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month.
To all of our LGBTQ plus listeners, we love you. We support you. We understand very deeply the necessity for Pride Month. Being from where we're from, we have seen some of the really dark sides of people who are not supportive of that. So we want you to know that this is always a safe place for you and that we support you and we love you. This is the movie that we went to go see is an LGBTQ plus story.
Yes. We did have, this is another weekend where we kind of have a couple of choices for sure.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
A little bit. It's a weaker weekend for sure.
Yeah, we know because Toy Story 5 is the big
That's
movie,
the big, yeah.
right?
And God, we saw it at the theater.
Yeah, we were the oldest people in the theater, apparently.
I was a grandpa in that. Yeah,
it was funny. I mentioned that
rampant with kids.
I mentioned that. And I was like, I wonder how many millennial parents there are in this theater who are like, didn't you want to go see Toy Story 5? And it's like, really, they grew up with the franchise, so they actually do want to go see the movie, but they trying to get their kids into Toy Story. Because I saw dads walking around with Woody and Buzz Lightyear merch. Yeah.
That's one of those movies. Toy Story. I think it was my mom. Yeah, our mom told me that I used to watch that movie when I was a kid. I would put it in the VCR, Google it, and I would put there were people listening. What the fuck is a VCR?
Dude, I'll tell you this, dead ass. There was a woman who has a whole Instagram page dedicated to glazing physical media and talking shit about streaming. She was talking she talks shit about you don't ever own anything, that kind of stuff. And she at one point called a VCR a VHS player, and I was like, you fucking poser.
That's funny. Yeah, she said I used to watch Toy Story. I would watch it, put in the VCR, press play, just eyes glued to the fucking TV, and watching it. And then it would end, and then I would eject it, put it in the rewinder, rewind it, put it back in the VCR, and just watch it again. She said I would watch that movie on repeat like a psycho. She was like, God damn, he likes that movie too much, which is kind of funny that,
my version of that was The Iron Giant was the one that when we went to
1999?
When we went to the house that we would go to that, that family member had the Iron Giant. I would watch that movie religiously. So I actually have a story that kind of connects both of the messages from today so far. When I was working at a fitness center out here in Colorado, this was just a few years ago, maybe 2-3 years ago. We had a kids center, a lot of gyms have this, where you can, if you're working out, you have to bring your kids, a little center where we watch your kids. And I was working that part of the fitness center that day, and there was this kid who would come in, and every time he comes in, he just tells us to put on the movie he was watching yesterday, just wherever he left off. And so he would just come in, he would just sit down on the couch and go play the thing. And I'm like, all right, man. And so I went.
He's chop.
Yeah. And I went to go play the movie, and he was watching Lightyear on Disney Plus. And I was like, all right, yeah, let me just play that. And then a little bit later, this kid came in, and it was this kid, I want to say he was maybe 7 or 8 years old, and he had a little brother who was like a baby. He's 1 or 2, right? And he was always super anxious, and he was very reserved and very quiet, but was always watching his brother and freaking out about everything for his brother. Don't let him play with crayons because he'll eat them, and don't let him draw on the walls, don't let whatever. And he like noticed that there was a little section, like the little theater section. And he was like, "Oh, are they watching a movie?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Can we watch the movie?" I said, "Yeah." He's watching Lightyear, and he goes, "Oh, my dad says I can't watch that." And I got really sad for him. I was like, "Oh yeah, because your dad is a fucking conservative asshole who thinks that if you watch a movie with two same-sex people kissing, you're gonna be gay." But yeah, it's just like that was like not that long ago, and that kid was really young, and I was just like, man, we're still raising kids in this day and age to have hatred and disdain and fear for these things. It's like you're not telling your kids to watch no movies that have any kissing. It's not about the sexual content. I know that. I know it's not about this type of romance or whatever. It's because you are homophobic and you are so afraid of this community, and it's just disgusting. And yeah, I felt really bad for that kid, and I really hope that he grows up and unlearns these traits. But when we talk about, people are like, why do we still need Pride Month? I thought we were over that. It's like, no, there are still a lot that needs to be done in this world, a lot that needs to be acknowledged, and people that are still hated that do not deserve it in this world. So
it's ridiculous. You know what's funny about that concept too is like, I'm really thinking the idea of parents, with all due respect to all the parent listeners we might have, I'm just thinking like you really can't control what will be the sexual awakening for your. I'm sorry, but you can't.
You can't.
You can ban Lightyear. My first crush ever was Roxanne in a Goofy movie. That was a fucking dog. Okay,
right.
So and I remember seeing those hips and I was like, God damn.
And it's not that she's making out with Max the whole time. Yeah, like
I saw her on screen and I was like, I got feelings. So it's like, yeah, from a fucking Goofy movie, like, come on, like that's but that's the point. It's like you never know what's going to be your sexual awakening and like what you're going to attach to. You can try and you can have control over that as much as you want, but you're going to fail no matter what you do.
Yeah. It's like at the end of the day, you would hope that parents just want their kids to watch relationships between two people where they love each other, they understand consent, and they don't abuse each other. Like that's what you hope is like, hey, let me show you that like how two people should love each other. I think like Bluey is a great example of that. Like, hey, listen, these mom and dad that aren't mean to each other and don't scream at each other and they're nice to their kids and their neighbors. Like, set a good example. It's like, who cares about that other stuff? But some people still do, and it sucks. But yeah, I mean, it was just funny that I had that story in my head that like combined the two. These two themes of the episode so far is Happy Pride Month and Toy Story is dominating the box office right now.
Yeah, that's a really good point because it's a perfect tie-in and a perfect encapsulation of what we went to go see today. And
that is true.
What we went to go see today was Leviticus.
Now, if you're not familiar with this movie, I'm shocked because I've seen so much advertising for this movie.
Yeah, we've seen this trailer 100 million times.
100 million times.
Somewhere around there.
Now, I will say I was looking forward to this movie. And the reason why was because when I saw the trailer, I was like, okay, so it's kind of like how Get Out was a movie where racism was the horror element. And it's like that, but it's homophobia is the horror element. I was like, I could see that being a great concept for a horror movie, and that could really speak like a really positive message, but also put it in this context of like, a scary movie. Mm-hmm. And I think that was good marketing to make me think that was the main purpose of the movie. I'm not saying it's not, but I'm just saying at the end of the day, like what we actually watched was not very impressive. Mm-hmm. And, I think that the hardest part about this movie, and again, I mean, we were going to go see this movie during Pride Month. This is a movie, an LGBTQ plus story, and it's a story about, a young gay teenager who is in a very strict conservative Christian town. And he also is in a very religious family. And so we all know just from the context of the world that that's a scary position to be in general, But I think that my biggest takeaway from this movie is that I felt like this movie was derivative. This movie is one of the most derivative movies I've seen in a very long time. There was there was nothing original or creative about this movie.
Right.
And I hate to say that because of what my anticipation for it. Like I was it wasn't just that I was disappointed. I was just like, man, like usually I would say, well, if you did this, or this instead, and if you had just taken this out and done this, I'm like, this movie doesn't need to exist at all because it already does. In like 2 to 3 other movies, everything in this movie exists.
Yeah, I mean, I had told you leading into this that I was not excited for this movie. And it was because the trailer showed that this entity or this horror element is invisible. And so I just didn't, I felt no excitement because it had a couple of tropes that I was like, oh, God. But when it came closer to it, I was like, wait a minute. Like, one, like it is, I know that they're not perfect, but it's a neon film. I'm like, neon usually has decent taste.
Now they also made It Lives Inside, so
that I'm about to say they have some absolute misses. Like they are not near as consistent as like an A24.
Right. And it was an Australian movie.
And it was an Australian film.
Which Australia has been killing it in the horror game.
So that was why I kind of started getting excited, is because I was like, you know what? I remember thinking, oh, Bring Her Back looks kind of cool. And then I went and saw it, and now it's one of my favorite horror movies of all time, right?
And even Talk to Me, which, the main character in this movie is the teenager from Talk to Me, from, the little brother from Talk to Me. That movie, and of course, we understand this is not made by those people, and I don't want you guys to think we think that, but hey, not all Australians. I wouldn't say Australians are the same. They're not all the same, guys. I've been saying this. It is the Australian Film Commission has been putting out good content, not just those 2 movies, but also if you watch Shudder Originals, there's a lot of really good Australian movies on there as well. So, yeah, I mean, that kind of added some excitement. But for me, it was also, like I said, the marketing. There was just so many like content creators and film reviewers and filmmakers that were promoting this movie as like one of the better horror movies of this year. Like some of them were saying like, oh, Obsessions, Backrooms, Leviticus, and it's like, well, we didn't really love Backrooms, so let's, chill on that a little bit. But okay, if you're gonna compare anything to Obsession, then sure, I'll get excited for it, And then eventually you just kind of realize,
if you see somebody say something good about this movie, they have been paid, they are a bot, or they don't mean well for you.
And I hate to say that because we've mentioned this multiple times this year. Like, so many people are just taking money to say good things about movies no matter what. Mm-hmm. And like some people who we are supposed to trust in the industry, in the film review, like we said it, a couple weeks ago, like we do not get paid for this podcast. These are always our fresh and honest takes. Would we like to get paid for this podcast? Yes.
Fuck yeah, dude. I'm about to start handing out 7s and 8s out of 10.
And it's like, listen, every Shudder movie we've ever reviewed has a 5 out of 5 skulls. We've given it that. But the thing is that, yes, we would love to be sponsored by Shudder and tell you guys about all the amazing movies on there that we love. But we will not take money to tell you something we do not actually believe, which is part of the reason we don't make money on this podcast.
Right.
Now, of course, we do believe that Taco Bell is delicious. We do believe
that Shudder is
a fantastic movie platform.
Yeah.
I do listen to all of my audiobooks on Audible because I think it has the best audio quality and the best library. Those are all true. And I'm telling you that for free now. So if you guys hear ads in the next 5-10 years, sure. But I'm telling you, when we tell you if a movie is good or bad, it is always our honest takes. And that's what's so disappointing about a movie like this, where I'm just like, oh my God, every person who said this movie was good was paid.
Yeah, I mean, this one is, like you said, it's very derivative, which is what really stands out the most, I think, with its flaws or what have you. I think that it's also, we need to just mention, like, this film is outright boring. This is a boring film. They're
boring, yawning, sloppy, lazy.
Why should you say it like Trump?
Lazy. Yeah, it is so poorly paced, yes. And it's not like it does everything wrong. It's not like it's an eyesore to look at. None of that. It's just it's too slow. It has a very shallow. That was
I feel like that drop is perfect. It is boring, sloppy, and lazy.
It really did, like, the word shallow is what came to mind the most when we were leaving the theater. I was like, God, they just didn't dive into fucking anything. Like, when we talk, we can get into examples in spoiler talk, but we were both talking, we were like, dude, all they talk about in terms of feelings in this film is the feeling of fear, and that's it.
Right. And I think that it's like, and again, I'm not trying to speak onto the experience of, you know, the LGBTQ plus community or what it's like to be a gay teenage boy in a very religious town. I'm not going to sit here and say I know exactly what that's like. Now, I did do musical theater in high school, so I know a little bit.
So he's pretty close. And I was in choir. Yeah. Okay. And I wore earrings. Okay.
So we know a little bit.
So yeah, I might have been assumed to have been. And hey. I feel so guilty and disappointed when I have to tell people I'm not gay. I feel so bad every time because I'm like, I know all the signs were there, man, and I'm sorry, but I'm not.
I know. I tell people, I say I'm married, ... to a woman, and they go, fuck.
Yeah, I get it. I know it all makes sense for me to be, but yeah.
But what I will say is this, okay? Yeah. I do have a lot of gay friends. I have talked to my gay friends from Texas. From that is deep south, from the outskirts, not in Dallas, the outskirts of Dallas, the suburbs of the suburbs of the suburbs, you know, and it's like, I've known gay people from the deep country south, and I've talked to them about their experiences, and I've heard from them, and I can tell you, it is not a one quick, easy sentence to explain the experience of that. Mm-hmm. You know, like, I think that when you say shallow, that's part of my complaint about it. I'm like, you guys are trying to oversimplify this very complex thing of like variety and, you know, expansive emotions of being a gay teenage boy in a conservative or religious town. Like, I don't think that that's a very easy thing to explain exactly how that feels. That's why I won't sit here and tell you how it feels, because it's not that easy. And you know what I'm saying? It's not a quick and easy thing to, I bet it just felt like this. And that's it. Like, I doubt it. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that go into that. There's, you know, a lot. And I can even give you personal examples of, you know, my struggles with dealing with homophobia because of how I was taught and what I was taught to believe at a young age. And luckily, you know, we were, you know, taught away from those things when we were older. And our mom, you know, is also very accepting and opening as well. So, like, we were very lucky to, you know, change our ways, but we were a product of our environment as well. You know, so it's like, even that is a complex thing to go through, you know, is having to relearn your biases and whatever else. And so I understand that from some people's perspective, you know, from some gay people who grew up in religious areas, they themselves had to deal with their own homophobia, their own internalized ideas of what it means to be gay because of what they were taught. And this movie just does not explore that.
Right.
It just explores this very railroaded story that is just A to B to C to D to D, E, and F. Like, that's it. It's just a very simple thing.
Exactly. This entire movie just feels so one note. And that it really, really struggles because of that. Even like the performances, you don't get to do a lot. You don't get to show any complexity to any of the characters, much less our main character. Even some of the side characters, all they show and talk about is fear. That's it. There's no shame. There's no happiness. There's not really any love in this, by the way. They only do lust.
It's lust and fear. Lust and fear.
No love. There's barely even any sadness. Like, it's just like, this is all fear. And I was telling Dave, I was like, dude, how many shots did they have of this main character just looking afraid and walking backwards into something? That happens a million times. And then, like, when they have dialogue, they're like, well, I don't know. I was just scared. And I'm like, I was really scared. Well, I'm scared of this and I'm scared. I'm like, so not only are you showing only fear.
Fear is important. You need to be fearful. You should be afraid.
Yeah. I'm like, dude,
okay,
they're even saying, like, it's just so one note. It's just one thing. And like you said, it's just an oversimplification of something that is a brilliant storytelling device that could be used to its full potential if
Yeah,
if
the
done that way.
concept alone is a great concept.
Yeah.
Make a horror movie where homophobia and like hardcore, Christian homophobic beliefs are the villain of a horror movie. That's a great concept. This just did not execute on that, in a way that I thought it should have or could have with that concept alone. What the movie actually does, I could not fix for you in simple terms. That's what I meant when I said I don't like this movie shouldn't exist, because what is actually shown on screen, like, I'm not saying, it shouldn't exist because LGBTQ plus stories shouldn't exist. That's not what I'm saying. And I feel like this is going to be one of those movies that people go, if you don't like this movie, it's because you're homophobic.
Could be.
I'm not saying that it is or whatever. This movie just came out, so we don't know what people are saying. But
Which we did want to make a point to say, some of the best parts of the movie are the guys kissing.
yes,
That was like
seeing these kids like have a relationship and fall in love with each other and have these like secrets and like being forced to, kind of hide who they are and confront each other about that. That was some of the best parts of the movie. Like, I really felt like that was like very well done. But the second that this movie turns into a horror, it is the most derivative, unoriginal bullshit I've ever seen.
terribly. Yeah.
And I'm going to give you guys really specific examples.
And I think, you're right, because a lot of that stuff happens at the beginning of the film, right? Where you have established
like
characters.
and it's only an hour and like one of the
an hour
shortest
and a half,
movies.
yeah. I mean,
It's like an hour 20 something.
Yeah.
So one of the shortest movies we've seen in a long time, and it was paced horribly. Sorry.
right. But yeah, it's a lot of that stuff happens at the beginning. So I remember, I guess what you're saying, like as soon as it starts to turn horror, which kind of takes a while, but I guess I took it for granted because I was actually pretty decently invested to start.
Yeah, because I know there's a part of the story you wish was explored more.
Yeah, no, there was a couple of them, especially with the way. Oh, look, if you know, you know. So no, this is not a spoiler for either this movie or this show. But my favorite show of the year so far is a show called Half Man, and it explores a lot of sexual orientation themes, but also this really weird codependency masculinity that is really complexly done in Half Man. And I thought they were going there here with the way that these characters are introduced and how there's this playfulness between them, but there's also this rough kind of wrestling, almost like trying to cause physical harm. And it's like, well, okay, we might be going somewhere, but it doesn't really go anywhere. But it's just funny that like, when I think about the movie as a whole, now that we've seen it, and I am a whole, when I think about the movie as a whole, it just feels very one note, and it feels like, oh yeah, I was never into this at all. But it's like, no, I'm actually letting the very beginning had me kind of like not hooked, but definitely like, oh yeah, okay,
Yeah.
am I going somewhere here? But also, this movie has the Smile plot.
Yeah. Which Smile was a movie that I was thinking about when I saw the trailer, and I was like, well, that's not fair. Let's not just, start comparing it to Smile. And then the movie starts, and I'm like, oh shit, this is going to be the Smile plot. Like, it's really sad. It's just, yeah, like I said, this movie's very, very, very derivative.
Yes, we'll talk about this specific. Yeah, because I want y'all to hear. Definitely stick around for the spoiler talk, because I'm glad that when we left the theater, you were like, dude, this reminded me of blank. And I went, dude, that shot, you went, the shot of the movie. And we like pointed out exactly. If we both noticed it without saying anything to each other in the theater, it's like, oh my God, this is very derivative, because we both.
And like, so like, without getting into specifics, like when I say this movie is derivative, I don't mean the story is a derivative. I mean the story, the lighting, the shot composition, the storyboarding, the fucking like horror elements, the shots of horror, the quote unquote gore, like to the point of the setting of a scene was derivative. Mm-hmm. So like it is, it's just very, very disappointing in that aspect, to the point where I'm just like, we want to see cool, original, creative movies, and this movie didn't accomplish that in any of its aspects. Not in the story, the color grading, the cinematography, the camera movements, the setting, the clothing, nothing. Just nothing.
Right. I think the distinction here is if you're wanting to make a film and you're going, because I've heard Curry Barker talk in a lot of interviews about how much he pulled from Pearl and how much he pulled from this and that. And as far as inspiration. And I'm like, okay, I get that. We do that all the time. I do that with music a lot. I'm like, I want to make a song like blank, and then I'd make it, and it turns out nothing like it. But I can still hear where that inspiration came from in my ears, right? And I think that when it comes to filmmaking, you can do that. You can go, hey, you know that scene in Hereditary when Toni Collette is hunched over in her room and she's just wailing and crying, and there's that really like guttural cry. I want to do something like that. If you then go shoot a shot of a mom in her room hunched over wailing, that's what this film did.
Yeah.
It didn't like take inspiration from that and go, okay, what can we do that's like that?
They just did that.
They just did that. Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm thinking in my head. I'm like, it seems like that's where that disconnect is. They were like, oh, because being inspired is fine. What like that's what art. That's what makes art so amazing and wonderful. But to just straight up copy something instead of being inspired by it and trying to give something that has that same spirit or energy that gave you when you watched it, it's like, dude, like, I don't know. It's tough.
Yeah.
It's a little frustrating, especially because it does it to a lesser degree.
Yeah.
It's like it doesn't
Yeah, it's
worse.
not as good as
Right.
yeah. And especially because it's one thing to be derivative. It's another thing to be derivative of something that of its time was extremely original. You know, it's like it's almost like an insult. It's like, yeah, if you're watching a Tarantino movie and you're like, oh, this is extremely derivative of all of these, kung fu movies. You're watching Kill Bill and you're like, this is just like these Japanese samurai movies, from the past. It's like, yeah, there's a heavy influence from this movie, this movie, this movie, this movie, this movie. And then these movies were inspired by these movies, these movies, these movies, these movies, to the point to where it's like, what's original? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whereas this one is like, no, this movie was original when it came out. No one did this. And then you just did that. Mm-hmm. Like there's no like clear inspiration prior to whatever. So yeah, I really am excited to get into more specific details of that because it was so frustrating for me. I
agree. Yeah, this one was a swing and a miss, and it's unfortunate, but it happens. And this has been kind of the year of horror so far to this point in the year. And so I think that's another reason I was kind of excited. I was like, oh, I don't know, horror's been kind of killing it this year. And even though I didn't like Backrooms, it was still making a buzz, and it still tried something that I just didn't think it did well.
Still brought people to the theaters. You love that.
Yeah, So, but yeah, this one was just not it, dude. I really did not like this movie.
Yeah.
And that's the end of it. It's the fucking story.
Daniel, look into this light.
I'm looking into the light.
No, look at my finger and follow.
I'm looking at am I supposed to still look at the light, or am I, okay, this is hard to do because I'm looking at two different things here.
Now pull my finger.
Okay. It's time
for
the
run
down.
Bow.
Wow. We start doing the guitar riff. That's funny. Yeah, it's time for the motherfucking rundown. God, show off this fucking guy. This one, I don't want to set you up for failure here, but this one seems like a pretty easy one to run down, just like last week.
Oh man, how do we do this one? So this movie, it's a smile plot. So it opens up on the first person that this all happened to.
Yeah,
and so let me preface the rundown with this,
and you can still get pregnant from preface.
The number one movie that this movie is derivative of is It Follows. This movie is extremely derivative of It Follows.
Oh, yeah.
To the degree of which the monster can't be seen by anyone else except for you. And for you, it kind of looks like someone that you know and tries to trick you into getting close to it, and then it kills you.
Yeah.
This movie opens up on a pool scene, a scene of an indoor pool at nighttime while the lights are off. Mm-hmm. Just like the ending sequence of It Follows.
Yes.
And the person is walking through, and the shower turns on randomly, and she turns and she starts talking to someone who isn't there. It seems like, this person starts having sex with somebody that we can't see, and then all of a sudden they get attacked, and then they try and claw their way up, and they're all covered in blood. Mm-hmm. Cut to the real story. All right, so this is the smile plot. We got to show you who this happened to first. and then we're gonna go backwards, and then now now it can show you everything else. Yeah, Night Swim. Everybody seen Night Swim?
Night Swim. You know what other movie?
If you're someone who's like, I like Smile, so calling it the Smile plot is not an insult. Well, this is the Night Swim plot. Is that better?
Night Swim. You know what other movie is structured exactly like this? This exact same structure is present in Talk to Me. The opening scene in that movie is the first person that this happened to. And then we get to the actual story that has nothing to do with the characters we just saw. It's the exact same.
And when I say this movie is extremely derivative of a movie called It Follows the Smile plot. It Follows also starts with the last person that this happened to. Now, it doesn't open on a pool scene, but it does do this. It starts on the first person this happened to and shows them getting killed. So, derivative. This movie then follows someone else entirely. This is a young kid. His name is
Name.
I'm not joking.
Dave said,
this is why.
Dave, yeah, I got to tell what you said because I honestly, I'm not going to lie. And I understand this makes me a really stupid fucking viewer of a film. I didn't realize they were calling him Name until like maybe when there's like 10 minutes of the movie left. I swear to God, I was like, they're saying Nate, right? Like I swear to God, I thought they were saying Nate. But anyways, it's really clear. There's a scene where his later in the movie where his mom keeps calling
she's like,
out. She's going, name. And Dave leans over to me as she's calling out for. She's like, name. And Dave leans over and he goes, "This is what happens when you leave placeholders in the script." And I was dying because I was thinking the same thing. I was like, bro, real fucking creative, right?
We turn over and we go, oh my God, is that Team 2?
Is that Team 2? Is that Disheveled Dad?
Yeah, just like whatever. Oh my gosh. Anyways, yeah, so the main character's name is Name, okay? So Name has just moved to a new small town that his mom moved them to after their dad passed away, I guess is what it seems like. And he meets a young boy named Ryan. Now, him and Ryan turn out they are both gay, and they realize this after they wrestle with each other, and then they start making out. They have this like kind of secret thing because both of them go to this really small church that's very conservative, and so they like go and they hide away and they like, do all of their stuff privately. This is the part of the movie that me and Dan were saying was actually like a pretty good part of the movie. Like watching them kind of like build a relationship and have this thing that like at least they have each other kind of situation was really good. They even have this very like John Green-esque scene, where it's like like young love rom-com, whatever, where they're like, teasing each other and then they get closer and then they start kissing and you're like, oh, okay, this is a really cute like little scene, right?
Yeah, it's kind of coming of age coded.
Yeah, exactly.
It worked.
And so I was like, okay, yeah, this is working for me. And then we have a scene that, again, Daniel, pointed out that, when we were coming out of the theater, he's like, wow, this does not get explored at all. Name goes to Ryan's house and sees that he is like with another kid from the church, this other kid named Hunter. And they're like throwing rocks at each other. It seems like I couldn't really tell what was happening in this scene. It looked like he was throwing a rock at his face.
That's exactly what I saw. And again, that's why I'm also like, are they going to do this like weird psycho masculinity kind of thing? Because I'm into this story.
Yeah, this like, I'm so repressed of my, my internal homophobia that I want to hurt you because I hate that I'm gay, like kind of thing.
Yeah,
because they do like a lot of wrestling and stuff with Name and Ryan,
right?
And so they are doing this, and then all of a sudden, the like walks up to him and Hunter and Ryan start making out. So Name sees this and he's like, he runs away and he's like, clearly upset, but not like as upset as he should be. I guess like I felt like he should have been angry and like jealous and like vengeful, but he's kind of like calm and just like a little bit sad, if that makes sense. I don't know. He ends up going to the church leader and telling him what he saw. So then they bring in a like specialist priest who can do some kind of ceremony that forces kids not to be gay anymore. So the church gathers around, he does the ceremony, and then the kids are both, they come out of this experience like,
I'm not gay no more. I am delivered. I don't like men no more. I said I like women. Women. I said women. I'm not gay. I would not date a man. I would not carry a purse. I would not put on makeup. I will love a woman.
So
They will love a women.
they will love a woman. No, they both have horrible, like, convulsing, like, episodes.
This is where also you had said you're officially reaching a tipping point.
Yeah,
of being annoyed with this horror trope.
Yes, I'm kind of over. This is happening a lot, especially in modern horror. That this is the horror thing. Someone going,
Yeah,
like that thing is just so overplayed at this point.
it
like
is
the choking,
It
can't
is.
breathe thing.
When you mentioned it, I was like, oh, you know what? Yeah, that does happen a lot in horror.
Yeah.
It's we talked in Obsession.
About the punching in the face.
About
thing.
hitting yourself in the face thing, and so I'm just like, and I was like, yeah, I think that ended up being my least favorite part of the film when we did the end of our first half of the pod, and so first half.
We used to call it that. Hey, fun fact, guys, I just want to throw this out there if you're a wild dreamer. We originally said this podcast would be 30 minutes long, and it would be 15 minutes of review, 15 minutes of reading IMDb trivia.
And let me tell you, for our schedules, that would be phenomenal. However,
Anyways, so the
these
rest
two
of the,
yappers.
so here's what happens. The boys who have this thing done to them by this specialist priest, they start to see a fake version of whatever kid they have a crush on. And when they start interacting with that kid in a sexual or romantic way, the thing starts trying to kill them. And this is extremely It Follows. It's invisible and it like lifts them in the air. It looks horrible. It looks goofy and silly. Invisible monsters are not good. Thank God. That's the thing. It Follows for me, by the way, is like a 6, maybe a 7. Like the score, I think, brings it up to a 7 for me. But as a movie and as a whole, I think it's about a 6. I think it's very creative and original and all. But like that part of the movie sucks. The invisible monster pulling the hair type bullshit sucks.
Mm-hmm.
That part is just genuinely bad. And it's really bad in this movie too. So this happens a couple of times, and then eventually one of the characters, Hunter, gets full on decapitated, killed by the monster. And then the mom...
That felt a little Hereditary derivative.
Yes,
speaking of,
as well. Yes.
Because they even had like the things crawling on the face and...
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to just throw accusations at the wall of derivative because it's like, oh, a horror movie had a decapitated head. That was invented by Hereditary. It's like, no, of course not.
Yeah, but Hereditary is kind of known for this very visceral shot. And that's kind of what they were going for. They were trying to do like a, like this shock factor type of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, anyways, and in Hereditary, it was shocking. And I've seen people's heads explode in movies and it was shocking. And it's like,
Right.
yeah, this was not shocking. When they showed it, I was like, okay, cool.
I'm scared.
I'm scared. I'm sorry. I'm scared.
I'm scared.
So anyways, for Ryan, the entity that he is seeing looks like Name. Now, did it look like Hunter and then it changed to Name after Hunter died?
It could have been.
Who knows? Because this cheating fucking bastard.
This cheating
which
bastard.
They never bring up. They never confront each other. He never confronts him.
Now, they weren't dating.
Come on, dude. Really? That's your excuse that you're going to they weren't exclusive? Fuck you.
I told Dave, I said, I really liked that scene when he catches them because you see that gut-wrenching feeling of catching someone that you are just absolutely smitten with someone else. It's a really, really tough feeling that feels like hard to stomach. And I thought they showed that really well in the filmmaking. I loved that scene a lot. Someone who's dealt with that, I mean, we're all, sadly, every human I know has dealt with that, right? So it's like, that is such a specific feeling. However, I did kind of think, I was like, well, with all due respect, though, at the same time, like there has not been a single mention of y'all being exclusive at all.
But how are they supposed to openly date in this town? Hey, if you're sneaking away with me every fucking day and making out with me in a warehouse, you're my boyfriend. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying.
But you can't just then go make out with Hunter and think, I'm totally cool with that. Fuck that. Anyways.
But, yeah,
is that Ryan is seeing Name. So then when Name
but it would have been really funny if they revealed or something in the movie that he was lying the whole time. and that Ryan was seeing Hunter.
That would be
I
insane.
actually think that would be the best ending.
Yeah.
That might be the best ending possible, in my opinion.
But the thing is that after Hunter dies, for sure the thing's not going to be
that's
Hunter
right, that's
because
right,
he
that's right.
knows. Like, it's trying to trick you into thinking
That's fair.
that it actually is.
I just love the idea of he's like, "Who? What are you seeing?" Well, you, of course. I mean, come
No,
on.
Jensen Ackles.
Yeah, no.
No, it's not Chris Hemsworth. Never met him. Never met him.
Yeah.
If I did, though, oh man.
I don't know. People are saying it's like, I'm seeing my PE teacher from 8th grade. I'm like, no. I'm seeing, oh God, what's your name again? What's your name?
Name. Right.
And that's what I'm seeing you.
Yeah,
That's funny. I swear.
No, I swear.
Or like even like he's like because they're I think Ryan's like a little bit taller. They're about the same size, right?
Yeah.
I love the idea. He's like, I'm seeing you, and he's like, but he starts interacting with it, and it's way taller. That'd be funny.
Yeah.
He's
Anyway.
like feeling like tits. Is like, wait, what? Like,
No, it's not Andrew Bogut.
oh God,
Just the tallest Australian I could think
Matthew
of.
Dellavedova.
Matthew Delly.
That's funny. Anyways,
Anyways,
that would have been funny, but stop, guys, get serious.
Guys, stop.
Stop.
okay.
No more saying cuss words, guys. It's inappropriate and violent.
Exactly. Let's get on track.
Okay. So, Name tries to go to the police to explain what happened. They're like, you sound fucking crazy and gay. And then they tell his mom that he's gay. And the mom is like, well, you know what I should do? I should do the same thing that we just did to a child who got decapitated. And they force him to get the same crazy priest ritual done to him.
Insane, dude.
Now, what's not mentioned in this movie is that his mom is a fucking piece of human fucking shit. I would never speak to this bitch again in my fucking life if she did this to me. You just watch what they did to these kids, how fucking awful it was, and then less than a week later, one of them was decapitated and thrown into a field, and you're like, that's what I should do for my son. Fuck you!
Yeah. One of the most irredeemable characters in a while.
Yeah.
And
I'm
me and
just
you
like,
were both
why
like,
do you still have a relationship with this woman? I would have run away immediately.
I was like, it was so confusing that she was still such a presence through the movie. I was like, wait, what? Are we not going to... We have to address the fact that no one would ever speak to her again in this situation.
Yes.
Like, that is so fucked up. Yeah, I thought the same
She
thing.
just takes no responsibility
fuck
for
this
this. Takes
character.
She's just like, well, what am I supposed to do? Just let you be gay? Yes! Yes, that's what you were supposed to do. Confront your own biases. The
God.
second you have a problem with another student being gay, he gets fucking killed. Maybe confront your own biases. God forbid. God, Christians will do anything but go to therapy.
I swear to God, bro.
Christians will murder their own son before going to therapy.
I'm telling you,
let's
man.
Get real.
Yeah, this character was
This character sucks.
awful. Yeah, I hated her.
Anyways, we're done ranting about the mom. Throughout the rest of the movie, the mom is like, shut up, I don't care what you have to say, stop talking to me, and get your shit out of my room, I don't want to see you, I'm going to work late tonight. I don't care what happens to you.
I do not care. Yeah.
Literally, that is her whole thing. I do not care what happens to you. If you are scared, good. You should be scared, you dumb queer. I hate you.
Seriously, she is so dismissive. But that's what she does. She, again, after seeing all this, she takes Name to the exact same priest who just caused all this harm to those two boys. So now he does it to Name. And so Name is like,
I'm gay. Actually, I'm not.
I want you guys to know we've had these drops for a while.
they're finally pertinent.
They are finally pertinent. So yeah, it ends up that Name is seeing Ryan. Ryan is seeing Name. So they don't trust each other, but they need each other because this is only happening to them two. Mm-hmm. Then you have multiple sequences of It Follows. See a thing, it ends up hurting you. Okay, you run away from it, you see it, you don't know if it's real or not, it ends up getting close to you, it ends up hurting you. You see it, you think it's not real, and then it gets close to you and it kind of hurts you. It's also the same thing that happens in Smile. You see it, it gets close to you, you think it's not going to hurt you, and then it hurts you. You see it, you think it's not going to hurt you, and then it hurts you. Over and over and over again.
Exactly. The
and
Smile,
the shot compositions are the same that you would see in It Follows. A shot of the character, and in the very background, a faded out character that's walking closer to him. Or a scene like from Smile, where it turns the corner very quickly and walks at a quick, brisk pace towards you as it comes closer. Like, they even have a shot of the kid running out of his house that literally zooms out and then pans to follow him as he runs through the neighborhood, exactly like the opening sequence in It Follows.
That was the one that was unmistakably derivative.
Unmistakably derivative.
There's
and then
no
you get to the point of this movie where the fucking color grading is this blue gray scale coloring that you see in It Follows. I'm like, the color grading is the same as like, what the fuck are we doing, man? Like, every single sequence was just derivative bullshit. And then you have a scene where Ryan and Naeem are on a bus together, and they're doing way too fucking much on this bus.
Yeah, it don't matter what your sexual orientation
it's not about
is.
being gay. It's about you shouldn't be fucking each other on a goddamn bus.
You are in public, brother.
You are in public licking his ear and shit, all right?
Yeah.
And
jerking his cock.
Ryan gives a hand job to Naeem, and it's like, honestly, kind of reminded me of Moonlight. In a certain aspect. I'm not saying, it's completely derivative of Moonlight, but it is very like, what they do is, and, just barely pants off, hand job is what they do. And by the way, at least in Moonlight, they acknowledge that it made a mess. Like, he wipes it off in the sand. Mm-hmm. Whereas in this movie, he just jerks him off, he comes, and then they just go, I'm like, clean it up a little bit, I get.
If you listen to our Infinity Pool episode, you know how we feel about this.
You know how we feel about this.
Earn your R rating and show the cum.
Okay? Now listen, I'm not going to be that surprised if you wipe cum on a bus seat. I assume every bus seat has cum on it.
I've seen it.
I've seen it. I've done it.
You know how many times I'm like, hold on. That is cum.
You can cancel me for that. I don't care.
Yeah. So I don't know. I get that the point of this scene is that they're trying to show that these kids, even in this moment, are still so horny.
Yeah.
And I honestly think that if both of these characters just had a modicum of post-nut clarity, if this main character Naeem would just fucking, when he knows he's going to be alone, that's what they say. It only happens when you're alone, right? If he would just...
you got to establish the rules of the monster.
If they know... Yeah, establish the rules of the monster. Yeah. How do they know this? They go back to the girlfriend of the girl who died at the beginning, and she's always at a hospital because there's always people at a hospital, and they can't kick you out. And so she's always there. So we got to go back to her and ask her for help. And then they have a scene that literally makes zero sense. The sister of Hunter blames both of these kids for her brother dying. So she sets them up to be in this parking lot when 5 homophobic dudes from this school come to beat them up and I guess kill them because they're like, you're gay, we're gonna fucking kill you. And then they all get their asses kicked by Ryan very easily.
I mean, Ryan's he's a stout guy. But
at the same time, I'm like, you guys. And listen, let me tell you the difference between an Australia.
Now that you're mentioning it, I kind of forgot this scene existed.
Very unnecessary,
useless scene. Yeah,
this scene was so stupid. The only reason this scene exists is for that this sister outs the fact that Naeem told the pastor about Ryan. That's all. Brian doesn't know that. He doesn't know that this is all happening because of Naeem, because he ratted him out. So that's what it establishes. But that's the only reason it exists.
Yeah, this is a rough draft scene.
Otherwise, it is a 16-year-old kid hitting another 16-year-old kid with a fucking 2x4, and he just walks that shit off, punches them a couple times, and then easily gets into their car, which has their keys in it. So he then just starts it and then drives away.
It was The Furious.
It was The Furious. It was.
Can you imagine if it turned into, dude? It
would have been a better movie.
That would have been bad fucking ass. Okay.
Here's the thing about this scene. Okay, this is how you know this movie takes place in Australia, despite the fact that everyone sounds like they're from Pittsburgh.
Oh yeah, we haven't even mentioned that. So this movie supposedly takes place in Australia. Right? The entire movie, bro. not being able to commit to the bit. The entire film, everyone in the movie sounds like they're from Pittsburgh.
Right.
It's fucking insane.
It's very strange. But this is how you know it's Australia, even though they sound like they're from Pittsburgh. But you know it is. Because these horrifically awful, homophobic, brutal teenagers who show up to kill these two gay guys, they show up with 2x4s. You know, instead of the AR-15 that they bought at a fucking Dollar Tree. If they were American.
It's so sad because it's so true.
If this was America, those teenagers would have access to guns and they would have just shot them to death.
Fucking AR-15 from Dollar Tree. Oh man, America, God shed His grace on me.
I was just want to say we are shitting on this Australian movie the day that the USA soccer team just beat Australia 2-0. Neil,
2-0. Yeah, USA, they did him dirty. Unbelievable.
But an own goal, so it's kind of. I mean,
they shot themselves in the foot.
They kind of shot themselves in the foot, which they don't even know how to shoot themselves in the foot because they don't have guns over there.
They hit themselves in the foot with the 2x4. I was scared.
Okay, we're gonna get to that.
We're gonna get to
this rundown. You said it was so easy.
I know. Well, we're having too much fun. This is a blast.
This is a fun one, yeah, because this movie was not good. So
wild dream ding.
Here's what I was trying to say. Like, let me get to this scene that Dan's talking about, right?
Yeah.
So they did the smile plot. They went back to the original person, blah, blah, blah. Rules of the monster, etc. After that fight scene or whatever, when Ryan finds out that name ratted him out, Ryan says, don't worry. If you see me, don't go anywhere near it because it's not going to be me. It'll never be me. Because he's like, fuck you. You did this to us.
Mm-hmm. Rightful reaction, by the way.
Rightful reaction. The very next time that name sees Ryan, Ryan's like, I was just kidding, man. You want to make out? He's like, yeah.
That is pretty much what happened. Yeah. I mean, seriously.
It's literally that bad. And I'm like, and that's why I was saying, if your name, all you have to do, the second you know you're going to be alone, go jerk off. If you had a modicum of post-nut clarity,
you could, yeah, exactly.
Because like the villain of this movie really is horniness more than it is homophobia. Because he almost dies multiple times because he's so fucking horny. He's ready to fuck Ryan at the drop of a fucking hat. If he would just jerk off, get some post-nut clarity, he'd be fine.
Yeah.
But instead he tries to make out with him and he rips through a fucking screen door and tries to rip his hair out.
This is a pro-masturbatory film.
It really is.
What's funny is I kind of like the subtlety of this scene. Like, it's, at least to me, it felt like subtle enough that, which I thought that the fucking character would pick up on, which is the fact that the entity is banging on the door, right? Bah, 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 bah. So he boards the door up, goes to the back door, and then all of a sudden Ryan's there. And he's like, wait, is this the real Ryan? But you can now hear that banging is no longer happening.
Right.
To me, I thought that was like, oh, nice. That's a cool little storytelling technique to show that's the bad guy. They're no longer banging on that door. No, he's like, well, speaking of banging, come here, motherfucker.
Speaking of banging,
like, let's dude, it was crazy. Yeah, and like you said, like this is literally the scene after he says that. He says, hey, don't worry. The next time you see me, it will not be me because fuck you. I don't ever want to talk to you again. Fuck off. If you see me, it will not be me. He talks to his mom and says, Mom, please don't leave me alone here. And she goes, I don't give a fuck about you. And she leaves.
I hope you fucking die.
I hope you fucking die. And then that's when this happens. It's the scene after. So it's like, dude, he just fucking told you. And you immediately fold. I swear, bro. It's crazy.
So what we also learn in this scene is something that me and Daniel could have told. When we found out, at this point in the movie, me and Dan are like, this movie is extremely derivative. This movie is unoriginal, uncreative. Nothing that happens in this movie is new, fresh, unique, nothing. It is derivative, just copy and paste slop. So me and Dan, probably if you paused this movie and said, hey, Dave, Dan, what do you think happens? We would both say they probably set him on fire. Because every fucking horror movie sets everything on fire. Guess what the fuck happens next? Name traps the entity in the warehouse where him and Ryan used to make out, and he sets the warehouse on fire. Because he realizes fire is its weakness.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I could have fucking guessed that because you're copying everything from It Follows and Smile. And the thing that pissed me off about this is I'm like, you're literally copying Smile because Smile ends with them trying to burn the entity and it doesn't work, by the way, which also happens in this movie. He burns the entity into this warehouse and it doesn't work. And by the way, Name gets in no legal trouble for burning down a fucking building. I don't know how Australia works, but here that's not okay.
Hey.
And here you'll get shot in the chest by the police if you burn a building down.
The law enforcement over there, they're holding their 2x4s. They're like,
if you one more time,
you're done.
One more time, we're gonna give you a stand talking to.
That's right.
That's right.
Now take your other 16-year-old friends and go drink at the bar.
Can you please do something good and go get drunk? So they burn the entity. It doesn't work. He tells his mom, "Hey, this is happening because I'm so scared." She's like, "Good, you should be." And by the way, in that scene too, the screen door scene that I was talking about, this is what Daniel keeps referencing when he goes, "I'm just scared." That's what Name says to Ryan as to why he told about him and Hunter. This is a perfect opportunity for him to go, is because I'm jealous.
Yeah, I'm jealous.
I'm jealous. I saw you together.
Yeah.
It hurt.
It hurt. I like they don't lean into, like you said, it's just lust, right? There is no I really like you. Or if you want,
I loved you.
Or I love you, yeah.
I loved you. You were the only one I ever did this with, like a Moonlight type thing. You were the first boy that I did this with. I felt comfortable with you, and you turned your fucking back on me. I saw you making out with Hunter, like, and I'm sorry that I did all this. I didn't mean to do all this, but I was mad. I was angry.
I felt hurt, so I wanted to hurt you.
I felt hurt. I felt angry. I felt jealous. I felt sad. Nope. I felt scared.
I felt scared. Well, it's like, wait, what? He says outright. He goes, "I'm sorry I told them. I told them because I was like, he's going to say jealous. Finally, we're going to take," and he goes, "Scared. Like scared of," I'm like, bro, what the fuck is this fucking movie, man? Why is it just one emotion? Like, what? No, it's because you were jealous. We saw. You showed that he was jealous. What are we talking about?
It's so annoying.
It's really annoying. It's dumb. It's stupid.
Yes.
Lazy.
So then, lazy. Boring. Yawning.
Boring. Play the drop, bro. I want to. All right, we're gonna hit the
Boring.
trump. Here we go.
Yawning. Sloppy.
Lazy. Yeah. So I mean that it's very frustrating.
Yeah.
So he burns the entity.
Doesn't work.
Tells his mom why he does it, and she's like, "Oh, you're scared. You should be. Why don't you just not be gay?" And he's like, "Not how that works." And she's like, "Yeah, it is actually. Yeah, it is. You just stop being gay or you fucking die. That's what I want." Okay, mom. So then Name
runs away.
And when he gets to the bus, he sees that Ryan is at the bus. He's like, "Is this the real Ryan?" And then there's other people around, so they both kind of know, like, yes. Mm-hmm. So they get on the bus together, and they run away together while listening to Frank Ocean.
To Frank Ocean, baby.
And I told Daniel, I said,
queer king.
I felt like whoever wrote this movie was like, so I'm thinking something like Frank Ocean, Clay Aiken, Queen. I don't know. I'm just
Sam Smith.
I'm just kind of throwing random names out here. Like I'm thinking, like, okay, we got it. Frank Ocean. Little on the nose there, buddy, but sure. So that's how the movie ends.
Yeah.
Okay, they drive away.
They drive away listening to Frank Ocean as they cuddle, but then we see the evil Ryan out of the window.
Yeah.
As they drive away, and he's like, and he nestles even more into. Is it nestle or nuzzle?
One of those two.
And he nozzles.
He neasels.
He nasal. Lazy.
Nasal.
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 Is that your name?
Nasal. My name? It's name.
Your name's name?
Yar. Yar.
No.
Yar.
No name.
Yar.
I've got no name.
Yeah.
I think it's important to mention that because, as they ride off and they're like, oh, well, you know what? It's just a part of my life now, but I choose you and I'm going to live with this anyways. It's so important to mention that because that is also extremely derivative of the It Follows ending. That's exactly what happens. The shot of them interlocking hands, right, as they're being followed with someone behind them.
Yeah.
They're going, you know what? I choose you in this moment. I don't care about this anymore. I'll just live with this problem.
Yeah.
As long as I get to be with you. That's the exact. I mean, it's the exact fucking same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Leviticus. Brother of Maximus from Gladiator.
He's son of a murdered father.
You murdered my father. Now I must murder your dog.
Prepare to die.
Prepare to die. Do you keep saying that word? Do you even know what it means?
So that's the movie, that's the rundown, and that's also the review, because we kind of went along with it.
We did, yeah.
You know, we gave a lot of examples, but yeah, like when we said this movie is very derivative, it's just like those two movies, Smile and It Follows, which, you know, again, It Follows has the Smile plot. It Follows predates the Smile. As you guys know, the Smile plot's been around for a long, long time.
Yeah. They popularized it, not invented it.
Correct. And they were the first movie we reviewed with that plot, which is why we call it the Smile plot.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, it is very disappointing because the concept of having like a young teenage boy who is gay in a very conservative Christian, you know, deeply homophobic community and family, and that concept of like they want to make you so scared that you will just stop being gay is like a real thing that could be the premise for a horror movie. Mm-hmm. Like I liked the idea of this ending where they decide like, well, you know, what they want is literally they tell us verbatim, we want you to be so scared you just won't be gay. As long as you see that entity and you don't kiss him, then you won't get killed by him. You just have to not kiss him and then he won't kill you. So just stop being gay. And they say, well, the entity will change. It'll change from who you currently like to whoever you like next. And they say, like, I don't want it to be some other bloke. That's what he says. Some other dickhead.
Yeah, some other dickhead.
Some other dickhead.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, okay, so we understand this is going to happen for the rest of their lives. And they're like, and he literally says, like, I don't want the entity to look like someone else. I want it to look like you. But you're going to sit there and tell me they're not fucking boyfriends? Fuck you, man.
They might have became boyfriends, but
I don't know. I didn't like it, man. I think Ryan's kind of a scumbag for that.
I agree. Don't get me wrong. I agree. I'm just trying to give the kid perspective. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? That would be my...
Now, name is also a piece of shit, too. To go and run and tell the church about that, like that...
Yeah.
Like, in that community in general, you know you're putting his life at risk.
Dude, and like, yeah, even regardless of that, let's say that they're in a very progressive... It's like... I'm mad at you because I'm jealous. I'm going to out you. I'm going to out you.
Extremely dangerous.
That is so fucked up. Yeah, that's horrible.
Very dangerous. Very not okay. People, yeah, like, we've all heard very bad horror stories about this stuff, you know, and especially in this community, I'm like, brother, even if this doesn't have some kind of weird witchcraft fucking demon, you know, person, you're still putting this kid's life at risk by telling his extremely conservative family that he's gay.
Yeah, it's fucked
People
up.
have been killed by their own parents. And your fucking mom wants to kill you the second she knows you're gay.
Yeah.
So, like...
And again, like, I just want to stress...
Name is a bad guy, too.
Yeah, and I want to stress, it's like, it doesn't matter the risk of danger. It's just, you are not allowed to out someone. Like, that's so fucked up.
Right.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And and the point I'm making is that Ryan's a bad guy. Name is a very bad guy, too.
Yeah.
Name gets Hunter killed. Straight up gets Hunter killed. Like, you doing this, you didn't just out Ryan, you outed Hunter, whose dad is the fucking pastor of the church. Mm-hmm. I understood why his sister's a fucking psycho, because she's like, well, you made him gay and you told on him. And it's like, no, neither of those are, I mean, one of those is true, but just because he told doesn't mean your dad should have fucking killed him.
His sister was all over the place.
Yeah.
What a weird character.
She's like, I trust you guys, but also fuck you, but also it's your fault.
Yeah, she was like, you know, I found this girl who this happened to. You guys should go talk to her and see how this works and go to the beginning and do the smile plot. And they're like, okay. They said that in the movie, by the way. Can you imagine? And then,
she's like, it's like this movie I saw. It's called Smile.
It's called Smile.
It's really fucking good.
Yeah, she does that, and then all of a sudden she's like, actually, fuck you guys. I'm a secret agent.
She's like, my dad walked out on our family. Therefore, you guys should be killed.
Yeah.
By the homophobic teenagers in our town.
Yeah, it's just fucking makes no sense. But before we move on, we need to mention the dream sequence, bro.
Oh, okay. Again, this is not a good movie. This is not a good movie.
It's not a good movie.
I'm sorry. It's just not. This is me and Dan are going to do a bit now. We are going to create a making fun of this because I don't think Scary Movie has done this. But if Scary Movie did this, it would be the same thing me and Dan are going to do, just with like dildos or something in it because they think dildos are funny. I don't know.
Yeah.
Name is laying in bed and he hears a voice and he turns and it's Ryan. Rah!
Yeah. Jump scare.
Jump scare.
Yeah.
Big non-diegetic jump scare.
Yeah.
Cheap jump scare. We said we would keep saying cheap. I said that at dinner. Cheap jump scare.
Cheap jump scare.
And then he's like, oh, he wakes up. And then Ryan's there again. Ah! Another jump scare. Then he wakes up again. And he's like, I'm going to go sleep with my mom. And then me and Dan were like, and what if his mom was like, I'm also Ryan. Pulls off a wig. Ah!
He wakes up again.
Wakes up again. And then he's like, oh my God. Ryan, I just had a dream. He's like, a dream? When I did this. And then it's like, ah!
He wakes up again. I would
Boring. Yawning.
drop of the
Sloppy. Lazy.
Lazy, sloppy, boring.
This was so bad that Dave actually did that in the theater. I remember you thumbs down in the screen and going,
Yeah. Because it was a jump scare built into a cheap jump scare built into a dream sequence. I turned to Dan and pointed my thumb down at the screen.
yeah, double dream sequence, cheap jump scare. What the fuck, man?
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Fucking bad.
It was awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bummer that this one was not good. It was, and believe you me, it was
rare,
not good.
rare L for Australia.
Rare L for Australia.
Except for in the World Cup, baby.
Common L.
USA. USA. USA.
Yeah, it's too bad. It's tough too because I would have loved to even have been like. Here's one thing we can say that we wanted to mention that was a positive. They play a bunch of church music in this movie, and it's really accurate.
It's very okay. Yeah, the church setting was very accurate. The way that everyone looked, the way they dressed, the moms versus the dads versus the kids on stage playing just like 5 kids with guitars.
Yeah,
like 5 guitars.
And they're playing
in this
that
band.
like it's like that. It's like this modern.
Yeah. I love God and you love him and we all worship when we're there.
We are holy. We are holy. Like they got the arm up in the air. It's that fucking
when you pray,
propaganda.
I
With all due
pray,
respect.
we pray. All praise to the one above. All praise to the one above. When you pray, we pray. Our prayers go
all
to
day.
him.
We all pray. We all pray. You pray.
We all pray.
We all pray. Let's go.
And this girl's
dude.
like, I want to be a singer.
Yeah.
The 5 guitars thing was having me reeling. I told Dan, I said, churches like this keep Guitar Center in business.
Straight up.
I'm like, I can't tell you how many people have bought guitars because they wanted to play in their fucking church band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they have Christian shoegaze? I need to look that up.
No gays in the church. Sorry.
Oh, true. Damn.
Shoe or otherwise.
Yeah, I think I've said all I want to say about this movie. I mean, it's it was not good. It was bad. We just gave examples of why.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing we didn't really harp on enough was the invisible monster scenes were really, really bad.
Yeah, they're always
and
goofy.
the one with Hunter, which by the way, Dan had told me after, like, when we talk about poorly paced movie, I had to go pee during the movie, and we were in the theater the furthest away from the bathrooms in the entire movie theater. And
God, our theater sucked.
and our
dude.
theater sucked, and I'm gonna get to that in a second because I remember that too as I was saying this.
Nice.
There's a reason this one's in the fucking back.
For real.
I went all the way to the bathroom and came all the way back, and I probably missed 3-4 minutes of the movie. Came back, Dan told me I missed literally nothing.
Straight up.
Nothing happened. He did not have to provide me any context to what I was watching because I walked out and then the scene started. Like it was nothing happened. Like when we say part of this movie we say boring. This movie is there are long stretches of fucking boring nothing happening in this movie. just like a long ass sequence of a kid riding a bike. And I'm like, great shot, really beautiful. I've seen this shot in 10 other indie movies of city skyline with
Are you
in
talking
the
about
background.
of him riding uphill?
Yeah.
Dude, Loki, that was my favorite shot in the whole movie.
Yes, and I'm
loved
telling you,
that shot.
I have seen this exact shot.
It looked right out of like a Safdie movie. It reminded me of
100%.
It's so busy and alive. It was too good for this movie, honestly.
And that's the thing. Like that's the thing is like this movie does have moments that are really beautiful. There are really good shots in this movie. Really good
some of the
cinematography and camera work in this movie.
Yeah.
It's just that it's not original. I've seen this exact camera movement before.
That's fair.
This shot I have seen before. It just makes it hard for me to appreciate some of the better filmmaking aspects of the movie. I mean, like the gore was not bad either. Very, very minimal. A guy gets his ear like bitten.
Yeah, they do a sequence where Ryan puts his entire arm and fist all the way into
A screen door.
Name's mouth.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, into his throat.
And Name is bricked up the whole time. No.
And Name is like, whoa, that's not what I meant
I
when I
guess
said
this
fist
is the
me.
real Ryan. We both. I don't know what we both just said.
Right? We were both like, no, my bit. Yeah, it is very minimal, and that's honestly another reason I didn't. I'm like, man, I'm here for a fucking horror movie. With all due respect,
I agree. I think that like because like okay, I was getting to the Hunter scene. All right, so I go to the bathroom. I come all the way back. Nothing has happened. Hunter gets lifted into the air while Name can't leave the thing. And I'm like, so the entity can lock doors all of a sudden, and he never does that again? The entity never does this again? Never traps anyone inside of a place? They're always able to escape after this? What's up with that? Anyways, so yeah, he like, Name can't leave the gas station. He's watching Hunter get lifted into the air and then like beaten and then cut to the decapitated head of Hunter. Mm-hmm. Just that whole sequence was like, I'm like, this is Paranormal Activity.
yeah,
like,
they do it
cheesiness and goofiness.
They do it in the photo booth scene as well.
Yeah.
And that's what's funny about the photo booth scene is we see Ryan interacting with an invisible person, a goddamn invisible man.
Which, by the way, in The Invisible Man, you can forgive all of the invisible monster stuff because that's the point of the fucking movie.
That's true. The titular invisible man. In this, like, he's interacting with an invisible person in a photo booth, and the photos are printing, and you can clearly see that Ryan is like kissing something that's not there. And that, unfortunately, is really, really funny looking.
Yes.
That happened.
They keep showing the pictures, and I'm like, this had to have been embarrassing to shoot.
I know. I was like, I don't know about. Let's not. Yeah, like the half tongue out. Like, so, yeah, it just was so awkward and funny. But this happened at the beginning too, because the beginning, when Homegirl is getting freaky in the shower, there's like a moment where she's like, and she kind of like nods and then just starts dropping down out of frame. It's like, oh, she's gonna suck the ghost dick. Like, it felt like Scary Movie. It felt like when the ghost
Eat the ghost pussy.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that she was gay.
Yeah, that's the point of this whole monster.
She's gay. I don't see color. Wait, what? Is that how that works?
Hey, settle down, okay?
But yeah, I just thought that was funny. I was like, this looks really goofy. I'm sorry. Like, it reminds you know what it reminds me of, man. The most?
But you know what? At least they didn't have the lesbian character squeeze fake tits. That would have been hilarious.
That would have been really
if
funny.
she was like, honka.
But no, it reminds me. Do you remember that scene in Bruno when he's goes to a psychic and is like, I need you to talk to my dead boyfriend. And the psychic is like, oh, yeah, he's here. And he's like, oh, yeah. And he starts like cupping his balls and like sucking his dick. It reminded me of that. You know, it was like very comedic to me. I was just like, yeah, this is taking me out of the movie.
Yeah.
But
it's funny that the pictures of him
sucks.
kissing the invisible guy, he has his mouth open the whole time. And he doesn't purse his lips.
Exactly. I'm like, and that makes me wonder. I'm like, was there a better way to have done this, of actually having him kiss someone and then just Photoshop them out?
Yeah.
So that it's a natural position instead of this weird, awkward. I don't know. It's really nitpicky, but still, it was just so goofy. And then even that scene, it ends with him opening the curtain and then he's getting choked. He has like little palm prints on his throat.
Yeah. It's like, it is nitpicky, but it is like, well, when it takes me out of the movie,
it's worth mentioning.
And it's something that could have easily been done correctly.
Yeah.
Like, just do the little things right. Like, that's the thing. Like, the bigger things I can understand. Like, I will forgive minor mistakes in a bigger aspect of the movie. Like, okay, you had a low budget for CGI, or you had, low budget for blood, and maybe there's a continuity error because of, filming days, whatever. I'll forgive certain things like that. This is something that could have very easily been done well. But when you see it, it's like, I'm supposed to be scared right now and I want to laugh. That's not good.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, the parts of this movie that we were supposed to laugh were fucking awful.
Oh God, the gas station
Hold
scene.
for applause.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
I feel like they saw a screening of Obsession before they wrote this movie.
That's what I thought too, and that felt derivative in my. I was also
I don't
like,
want to give it to it because Obsession just came out this
there's
year.
no way. But at the same time, I was like, wait a minute, they're trying to do the Obsession thing, and it's just not working. Yeah, there's like, and just to be specific, there's a scene where Name is running away from Ryan. He's freaking the fuck out, and he stumbles into a gas station, and he's like, oh, and he's freaking out. Everyone else is really normal, and then the cashier is like, we close in 10 minutes. And he's like, but I need you guys to help me. I need you guys to help. Wait, they hold for applause in that first line. We close in 10 minutes, sir. And then he's like, no, I need you guys to help me. He's chasing. Do you guys see that man outside? Do you see him right here? And they're like, and she goes, well, the thing is, we close in 9 minutes. Like, dude, the fucking, and we there were other people in our theater, obviously. No one laughed.
They hold for laughter.
No one laughed. It was so fucking cold silent. I was like, oh my God, this was bad. This was very bad. It was lazy.
It was lazy. Yeah. I'm like, and it's really like one of the only like supposed to be funny moments of the movie.
Right. It doesn't do
but
comedy,
it just, and that's the problem. It's the only part we're supposed to laugh at. It's completely out of place.
Yeah, it's like, why throw this in?
It's completely out of place, and it's not funny, and they hold for laughter, so it's extra awkward. It just, it was bad, man. It was bad. And yeah, I just wanted to bring that up. So our theater, Daniel made a comment. He said, it's funny that they make us watch like a 3-minute ad for their own projection of how amazing their fucking projection is. For the screen to have a fucking like crease going down the entire middle with like grease stains on either side of it, just completely distracting, god awful screen.
God.
And on top of that, one of the speakers was busted and was going the entire fucking movie.
Oh my! It was driving me fucking crazy.
I was like, at what point do you just shut this theater down?
Yeah.
Just no one does Theater 7. That theater's not getting tickets right now.
No more.
God fucking forbid. And this theater that we go to very often that has like 25 fucking screens shuts one of them down. God forbid.
Yeah.
No. Let's show the gay movie there. What the fuck is wrong with you guys?
Yeah. During Pride Month? Dude, it's fucked up.
It is fucked up.
And yeah, you know what? I'm fed up regardless of the screen issue, regardless of the fucking regardless of the busted speaker, all right? They're showing Mazda commercials in the trailers now.
Yeah.
They're going, and now they're going, light once formed from xenon bulbs. And then they're like, all right, cut to the next thing.
Now dazzle this screen.
And then they cut to AMC theaters. Blah, blah, blah. And then they cut to the Coca-Cola commercial. And then they cut to AMC theaters because we need a place like this. Dude, how are there 5 AMC? What the? I'm in your theater already.
And don't forget if you haven't already, shut down your phones and whatever.
Yeah,
also,
dude.
we want to thank our AMC A-list members for seeing up to 4 movies. Okay, my God. You're going to do all of that on this greasy fucking screen with a busted speaker?
And not to mention, so it's like, okay, we have fucking 4 or 5 ads for the movie theater we are in. That's insanity. But the audacity to do that with a busted fucking speaker, awful, disgusting, dirty, stained, creased screens, and then I get an email earlier this week that says, your rate for your AMC A-list is going up again this week. I'm like, this is like the 3rd increase in the past year.
Yeah, it's going up to $30 starting in July.
I was like, dude, you guys have lost your fucking minds. Like, at a certain point, man, like...
if you need us to pay for individual tickets, just say it.
Dude, straight up. And I'm like... How about this, man? You want to keep raising my shit? All right, bet. Here's a fucking compromise. No ads. AMC screenings, AMC A-list screenings. There's none of those fucking Nicole Kidman shit. There's no fucking Coca-Cola. There's no Mazda fucking commercial. No.
How about just a couple times a week? Make a matinee. I don't even care. Couple times a week, A-list screening. You can only book this if you're an A-list. And when you go, it starts when the fucking screen time is.
Yeah.
If it says 12 o'clock, movie starts at 12 o'clock.
Dude, like something.
Something.
We're getting dog shit for this. It's just crazy. It's the state of the fucking world
popcorn pass
right
is
now.
extra.
Everyone talks about the movie industry's dying and blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, they're fucking hitting themselves in the foot with their 2x4. Okay? They're doing it to themselves. Like they're not giving dude, I was so fucking frustrated with this theater.
Yeah. They're not putting the best product out there. And filmmakers like Ryan Gosling are saying it's up to us to make movies you want to go see. Well, it's also up to these theaters to keep up fucking quality standards to where going to the theater is a better experience than what I get at home. I clean my TV regularly. I know not everyone does, but I do. I care a lot about the quality of my TV. I care a lot about my TV being dust-free and being clean and proper and all of that shit. And I clean my TV. Your fucking theater should have better experience of watching a movie than my home. My speakers work.
Yeah.
My screen is not greasy.
Yeah, buddy.
That's the bare fucking minimum. Like, why are you disgracing this movie by... And I'm not saying... Oh, well, then you guys need to get off your fucking ass and take this whole screen down and wash it. Whatever. I'm saying if that's the case, shut this one down. Shut down Theater 7.
This one it's broken.
It's broken. Sorry. We can't show movies here because the speaker's broken.
What a fucking concept.
What? Literally an idea.
Well,
it would be very easy for you to fix if you had a single brain cell left.
Imagine if we used common sense, although I'm starting to find it's not so common after all.
Little did they know that it's a very simple, easy solution. So,
we're having fun because the movie wasn't, but
the best part of this movie, my favorite part of this movie,
your favorite part
was the first act. As the boys are starting to get to know each other a little bit more and feel more comfortable with each other and start to develop this relationship, as it leads into the inciting incident of, Name seeing them, I was like still hopeful for this movie. My least favorite part of this movie is the derivative aspect. I think that it's boring and it's lazy.
Again, when we say like, oh, you're doing this, but to a lesser extent, you're doing it in a worse way. That's sad if I have to say that about Smile, because again, Smile's kind of dog ass.
Yeah.
But it's like the monster reveal is what I always go back to with Smile. I'm like, that was so fucking good. The monster design and how fucking awesome and creative that monster design was so like, oh, I'm actually, you know what? This was worth seeing for that. And that only, like, if I had to go rewatch just that scene, I'm like, oh yeah, hell yeah, I like that scene a lot.
Yeah, even in It Follows, at the very end, when we're like, okay, well, this is we don't like the invisible thing, it's kind of dumb. They do two things really cool in that scene. First of all, they show that the monster in this final sequence looks like her dad all of a sudden as they're going to go kill it. And her dad has already passed, so it's like she's having to kill her own father. And then second of all, instead of burning it alive, like they do in every other movie, they're like, why don't we just start with shooting it in the head?
Yeah.
And by the way, these teenagers procure a gun very easily because, again, that movie takes place in America.
Right.
So they procure a gun very easily and they shoot the monster in the head.
Yeah, they order one on Amazon.
They ordered, they
3D
overnight
print.
shipped their Glock 9. And
They AI generate a fucking gun.
ChatGPT, make me a firearm.
Make me a firearm, please.
So yeah, and then the third thing that they do is the invisible monster, but the pool fills with the blood. Like it's very creative in those three aspects. So like I was waiting for something like that in this movie, but they were like, burn it.
Yeah, save the fire. Okay, cool.
Oh,
yeah.
and we didn't mention this. He goes to set like a piece of cloth on fire. He puts the lighter to it. And the next frame, the entire fucking warehouse is on fire.
It was a really bad cut.
It was really bad. It was like, touches it, cut, immediate next frame, half of the fucking place is on fire, and it's rising. And
it genuinely looked like they were missing footage.
Yeah.
But
then the fire looked CGI, so I'm like, I don't know.
I don't know. I'm going to get just very specific with my stuff since we've already done such a good job of like really going into what we didn't like. My favorite part of the movie was the shot of him rolling up the hill and make a deal with God. And I just loved that shot a lot. It belonged in a different movie, but it was a beautiful shot that I would have loved to have belonged somewhere else and for a different purpose. But it was so pleasing to the eye. And then my least favorite part of the movie was the dream sequence scene. It was so bad that they went
thumbs down in the theater.
So yeah, it was horrible. It made us laugh. I mean, we were like, "You gotta be fucking! Is he gonna wake up a fifth time?" So yeah, it was really really bad. And this movie was not good.
Yeah, I mean,
you first.
I mean, if we gave Smile a 2, then this is a 1.
I gave Smile a 3.
Well, then this is a 2.
Pull up the Schmatalog.
Pull up the Schmatalog.
All right, we're gonna pull up the Schmatalog live on the pod.
Oh my God. Okay, I gave it a 3. You gave it a 4.5.
Smile?
Yes.
Are you looking at Smile too?
Smile. It's the 12th movie on the list. It has to be from our first year.
I gave Smile a 4.5.
According to the Schmatalog.
No way. What did I give Smile 2? Can we look that up? Because I remember thinking Smile 2 was a better film overall.
I gave Smile 2 a 5. You gave it a 3.5.
Wait, what? I think that's backwards. I don't know. I trust Schmat. I don't doubt you,
I
King.
actually did raise my score for Smile 2.
I don't doubt you, King. Okay. In my head, I gave Smile a 3.
God, we got to fix some of our ratings, man.
If I gave that a 4.5, then I'm going to give this a 3. So my score for Leviticus, this is kind of fun. We're just going to use our Smile scores to gauge our score for Leviticus. I'm going to give Leviticus a 3 out of 10.
If I gave Smile a 3, I'm giving this one a 2.
There we go.
There you have it, folks. Shout out to the Schmatalog coming into play.
Shout out to the Schmatalog.
By the way, we're just now noticing Schmat has been continuing to update the Schmatalog. It's either Schmat or Taylor, I don't know, but it's the Furious is in here. I didn't even know that. And we will not be doing a part 2 this time. We are running out of time here. But also, happy Juneteenth. We also forgot to say that. Today is Juneteenth
Today
for
is
us.
Juneteenth for us. So.
So Dan got a day off. So we've been spending the whole day together, including going to Vinegar Syndrome.
Yes.
Speaking of Schmat, we got Becca. We got her cover art that she created for a Vinegar Syndrome exclusive movie.
Yes.
So it was a very cool experience. We love going there. We love collecting movies. And yeah, I mean, we've had a pretty full movie-filled day, and we're going to continue that movie-filled day by watching one of the movies that we got from Vinegar Syndrome.
Yes.
But if you want to talk to us more about this movie, if you want to talk to us more about movies in general, you can get involved in the conversation. Let us know what you thought of this movie. If you went to go see it, let us know what you thought of this episode if you listened all the way through. We are at Wild Dream Pod on Instagram and TikTok. You can also come and watch us stream. We just had a really fun stream with a lot of new people coming and watching it. It was a lot of fun. We got to meet new people and talk to new people and play new games. That was on Thursday night, and it was a lot of fun. We played Impulse, the demo, and we played Over the Hill, the demo. So yeah, very fun time for us, and we hope that you guys come and enjoy some of that with us and have some fun.
Yeah.
We're at Wild Dream Stream on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch. When we go live on Twitch, we are also live on YouTube, sometimes vertical, sometimes horizontal. I know YouTube is a little bit easier for some people out there, so feel free to come and join either way.
No more fucking excuses.
No more excuses.
Be there.
Turn your notifications on so you know when we start, because sometimes we start late, sometimes we start early, sometimes we do go live, sometimes we don't. It's, varies because we do also work and everything, so keep your notifications on.
That's right.
But until next time, we love you. We kiss you.
Good night.